Let's do a little experiment with you right now. Open your refrigerator and look at the foods in it. Which of these foods do you think will be good for you? And in general, how many healthy foods are in it? No, not the most favorite, not the most delicious, but the healthiest foods. How many of them are there? And if your fridge contains, for example, cabbage, then it's already great. However, this is certainly not the most complete list. And in this video, I've gathered the healthiest foods that you should definitely include in your diet, because you just need to add these few foods to your daily diet, and you will live longer, look younger, and feel much better. I confess from my own experience, when I made a big change in my diet and added a lot of healthy foods to it, I really felt a rush of energy and strength. So watch the video till the end. It will be very interesting and useful. By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and on the bell too, do not miss our news. So point 1, fish. Of course, it's better to eat fish fresh, not from cans. And the most useful will be salmon. That is trout, pink salmon, or salmon itself. Dietitians unequivocally argue that at least twice a week to eat seafood, because there are substances that reduce blood pressure, normalize the cholesterol profile, contribute to the prevention of thrombosis, reduce the risk of stroke and cardiovascular disease, and useful micronutrients, that is, vitamins and minerals, we also have a lot. And of course, there are omega-3s, very useful fatty acid, which must be included in your diet. And of course, protein, a wonderful composition of amino acids. And then we go on. What kind of oil do you eat? If you're consuming refined sunflower oil, you shouldn't. You can only fry in refined sunflower oil. You can't eat it. Olive oil, and especially linseed oil, are much healthier alternatives. Flaxseed oil is probably the most healthy of all kinds of oils, because it is the champion of omega-3 content. But flax oil has one serious drawback. It should never be heat treated. That is, it should never be fried. Also, it oxidizes very quickly, so it should be stored only in the refrigerator in a closed form. But if you do not want to have these problems, you can use just flax seeds. It is true that they need to be ground, and you can add them to your porridge. Let's move on. Garlic. Of course, it has a very specific taste and smell, and you can't eat too much of it, but it has a very large range of health benefits. Garlic contains nitrogenous substances such as potassium, sodium, calcium, vitamin C, DEB, phytoncides, essential oils, and much more. Garlic can lower blood pressure and also has an antimicrobial effect. Garlic also contains selenium, so it is a very strong antioxidant. The next point is nuts. Almost all nuts are useful, but which nut is the healthiest and who holds the palm? Perhaps the most useful of all nuts is walnuts. You only need to eat 7 walnuts during a day. The next point is carrots. Carrots in general are rich in vitamins. In addition, carrots are the champion of vitamin A. And there is another interesting feature. The thing is that usually heat cooking destroys vitamins, but with carrots the situation is the opposite. If you roast them, you get 20% more vitamin A. And vitamin A in turn is very useful for both vision and skin, as well as for so many processes in our body. Also contained in carrots, beta-carotene is an antioxidant. That is, it blocks the negative effects of free radicals. But remember one thing, vitamin A is fat soluble. So if you eat carrots, you need to add some fatty components with your food. Well, the best would be, for example, olive or linseed oil. Let's move on. Kale. And almost any kind of cabbage will be very useful. It can be both regular cabbage and cauliflower and sauerkraut and so on. Cabbage contains a huge amount of fiber. And by the way, any person needs to consume at least 30 grams of fiber per day. Fiber is critical for the health of our gastrointestinal tract. And cauliflower contains much more vitamin C than regular cauliflower. Ginger root. Ginger has a very complex composition and contains a huge amount of micronutrients. It improves digestion, helps with colds, and even improves brain function. The next item is beans. In terms of the amount of protein, it can be quite comparable even to meat. This is a great source of plant amino acids, as well as a huge amount of vitamins and minerals. Especially beans are distinguished by their iron content. One serving of beans will contain a daily dose of this mineral. Let's move on. Dark chocolate. Yes, that's right. But it should not be confused with the regular chocolate that we buy in supermarkets, because there's not a lot of real chocolate. There are a lot of colorings, flavorings, sugar, various trans fats, and other additives. Whereas real chocolate will taste drastically different. In fact, I think most people would consider real chocolate not even that tasty, but rather bitter and odd. Nevertheless, high cocoa bean bitter chocolate has a huge amount of useful minerals and vitamins, and also a huge amount of antioxidants, which fight free radicals. However, if you include bitter chocolate in your diet, it is very important not to overdo it, because too much of it is no longer desirable. Pumpkin seeds are a terrific source of zinc, and zinc is very important for men. It has a very important effect on sexual function, and it is quite enough to eat just 2 pumpkin seeds a day, as you can already feel even changes in your body. Although of course zinc does not end the list, and again there is a huge amount of vitamins and minerals, which will have a very healthy effect on the health of your body. The next item is beets. It is best to eat boiled beets. You can also make a salad out of it if you find boiled beets too bland and tasteless. Beets are great for blood pressure. It is also excellent for normalizing bowel function. And again, vitamins and minerals are a very good portion there too. And if you don't like it at all, you can even add it to smoothies. And among the berries are very useful strawberries, that it contains a huge amount of vitamin C, so important for the work of our immune system. You only need to eat 5 strawberries, and you have completely fulfilled your daily norm. It's also very high in folic acid. It also has a very bright anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effect. And with a sore stomach, it is even prescribed by doctors. By the way, friends, write in the comments which of these foods you eat or have eaten. Share, and if you liked the video, then like it and subscribe to our channel. With you was a healthy image, and see you on our other videos. See you soon.